We talked 10,000 people at a spring game. Used to be such a big deal, but now it's a little bit bizarre, in my opinion. Four Downs brought to you by Dynasty Pools and Spas. Spring game, schming game. They're going to have it, but just 10,000 fans.
Four Downs brought to you by Dynasty Spas, the most comfortable spas made in the United States of America, right here in East Tennessee. Drop in for the all-new showroom in Athens. Dynasty Spas, perfect for all four seasons. Four Downs, presented by Off the Hook Sports.
And mention Off the Hook Sports, you get $500 off of that spa. So let's go ahead and get to Cooper Mays right now, who is going to tell us what to do.
Cooper Mays here. Hit like and subscribe.
What down, Coop?
Coop here. First down.
There we go. All right. So you asked the question, did Josh Heupel cave to public pressure? So let me start with this. First down. Did Josh Heupel even want to have a spring game?
No. I'm telling you right now, I firmly believe the plan was to not have a spring game. I think that is why I think he talked to Danny White, and I firmly believe he talked about doing the construction now. So I have a little bit of a connection to this, guys, believe it or not, because my wife works for a design firm that does lighting for companies that do buildings. One of the things I've learned is people usually construction peaks in the summer months, not in March when you're still in danger of winter weather.
Okay. Well, I will tell you, though, that I took a friend from out of town to go see the stadium, and it's a fiasco.
I believe it's a fiasco, but what I'm getting at is that this is the second time in 3 years they've chosen February and March to do construction at Neyland Stadium instead of, I don't know, May and June when the weather's better. And I firmly believe they had to cancel the spring game 2 years ago. I firmly believe that was done on purpose to cancel the spring game. Josh Heupel is the ultimate gamesmanship coach. Honestly, in a very annoying way for people like me. Okay, he's not going to lie to you. He's not going to do like Butch Jones and just straight lie to you all the time. But he's going to reveal as little as he possibly can. And and that's kind of what he was trying to do here. I think he was trying to avoid the spring game. And I don't think it was just public pressure. I think it was TV pressure. I think it was SEC pressure to have the spring game.
Oh, and there's no question this is television. You got to put something up there.
Yeah, I think the SEC basically said, look, we televise every spring game. We're televising yours, or we're not going to get, I think they distribute the revenue evenly from the spring games on TV. And so basically they told Tennessee, you're going to have it. I'm sure they told Tennessee, if you don't hold a spring game, we're not distributing that revenue to you this year.
What down brought to you by Dynasty Pools and Spas?
Cooper Mays here. Second down.
What's the worst conclusion you've ever drawn from a spring game? Because they'll play backups and they'll play all these dudes. Hit like and subscribe, please, for me. I'll go ahead and tell you. Mine's Michael Brewster could be an SEC tailback. And basically, they just gave him the ball 500 times because they had, I think the Jamal Stevens Henry crew. And so they knew what they were going to do. And Jamal hadn't showed up on campus. It was the spring before the 98 season. And he just went to town. Dylan says Gaston Moore for Heisman last year. Yeah, I think we thought Gaston Moore could actually play. Any crazy assumptions you brought from the orange and white game?
Yes. And this is probably my
worst.
My
one would be when I was younger is don't drink bourbon when it's over 90 degrees.
You did that?
Maybe.
Oh, Dave, that's brutal, man. That's brutal.
The young man. All right, so
I would go. It's actually a coach. I would go. I said in 2017 that Larry Scott looks like a great hire at offensive coordinator. And that was who replaced Mike DeBoer under Butch Jones. And I failed on that one, guys. I was very early into my career of covering Tennessee football at that time.
I respect you for admitting that. I actually do. What down, Coop?
Tennessee center Cooper Mays here. Third down.
Okay, all that being said, who will be the standout of the spring game?
the standout.
I'll go ahead
It's
and
going to
tell
be
you.
Cam. I'm going to say it's going to be Cam Seldon again because he's not going to play that much next year because he's not that good, and y'all all think he is.
I've cooled on him. I was never high on him. I think it's going to be this guy. I think he'll go out there and be like 8 of 8 and be done for the day. That's my prediction. 8 of 8, 140 yards. Gaston finishes thing up, and I want to
Josh
see a little
Heupel's
bit of.
not.
Well, it'll be the next down, but go ahead. So you think it'll be Cam Seldon?
Yes, but also the big one, Josh Heupel doesn't want to reveal anything about Nico's greatness in the spring. So I don't think Nico's going to be the standout player. I think Josh Heupel's going to purposely make him not look good.
Okay. Well, I will disagree with you there. Now, what player are you most excited about seeing in the orange and white game, even though there are just 10,000 fans? It's 4 Downs, brought to you by our friends at Dynasty Pools and Spas. 4 Downs, 4 seasons. Who do you most want to see in the spring game? Having the best spas made right here in the United States of America in your backyard. Dynasty Pools and Spas. Their showroom is open in Athens, right off the interstate. You can stop by and check out the best hot tubs and spas in the market. And then delivery, yes, they can do that to Knoxville or Chattanooga. They've got complete support, spa cover, and chemicals to keep your spa bubbling at its best. They also have pool chemicals as well. Dynasty Pools and Spas, amazing discounts for first responders, military, and even some blemish models that can save you a ton, and no one will ever notice. Mention Off the Hook Sports, get $500 off. Mention Off the Hook Sports, get $500 off. Dynasty Pools and Spas. Go to dynastypoolsandspas.com or stop by that showroom in Athens. dynastypoolsandspas.com. Dynasty Pools and Spas.
Cooper Mays here. Second down.
Cooper
All
Mays
SEC
here.
center Cooper Mays here. 4th down.
4th down. Dylan says Lance Hurd against James Pierce will have my attention. I was going to ask you, what player do you most want to see in the spring game? Mine's Jake Merklinger, just to determine how good he is, how much of a fall off there might be if something happens to Nico. I hate to tell you, Dylan, but I don't know how much contact I'll have. Probably thud drills at best. So I don't know that you're really going to see Hurd versus anybody a lot. But my guy would be Jake Merklinger. I want to see him spin the ball.
Man, you took mine, Dave. Hate when you do that because I was going to say that too. But yeah, guys, there's going to be about 20 fake injuries in the spring game. I hope y'all know that. Okay, there's going to be like, oh, he coughed one time last night, and so we had to hold him out for today because we had to quarantine him. I mean, you're going to see the craziest reasons possible for a player to not play in this spring game. For me, though, I'll depart from you a little bit, because, and I'll say Nathan Leacock, because we heard a lot about him last year at receiver as the young star rising receiver. He's going to be buried in the depth chart again because of all the newcomers that Heupel's gotten, but I still think he's one of the future guys. So I think Heupel will give him some reps in this game, and I just want to see if he could work his way into maybe getting into the rotation.